Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today's video, I'm going to be talking about three sort of tips or, things you should know when you're getting into investing in sports cards. This is so it can, budget your money better, save you some money maybe even, and just smarter decisions when buying sports cards because you can definitely make some bad decisions and it could go bad really fast. We're going to talk about all that today, but first, I do want to announce the winner for the Donovan Mitchell rated rookie card. I did reply to the winner's comment, so once I announce it, make sure you go check that reply so I can get the card shipped out to you. The winner is PNXKRYX. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I will put it right here. Again, I did reply to your comment on the first video that I announced the giveaway in, so go check that out so I can get the card shipped out to you. If you didn't win today's giveaway, that is okay because I'm going to be doing a lot more in the future, so make sure you are subscribed, drop a like on this video, and even turn the bell notifications button on so you don't miss a future giveaway. And with all that being said, let's jump into the video. Alright, so again, I'm going to be talking about three tips that I think are very important when investing in sports cards, flipping sports cards, or even buying sports cards for a personal collection. We'll jump into tip number one, and tip number one is just knowing a budget and really knowing what the market value of a card or a certain maybe group of cards that you plan on investing is. So for example, this Kevin Durant 2007 Topps rookie card, this is going for around $270 to $300. I believe that's what it was a couple days ago. I have not checked since, but this is about $270 to $300 right now, as well as this Donovan Mitchell PSA 10, actually the card that I gave away, just a PSA 10, is going for about $120 right now. So if your budget is, say, $500, you have the $270 you're spending about, and then a $120 you're spending about, that's about $390, so you could take that into account. We'll round it up to $400 just, to make it easier. And then you still have $100 left over that you can, throw into maybe some raw cards to invest in to flip later on. Throw it into some raw cards to invest in and get graded to flip later on and maybe have higher profit margins. You can take both of those routes, whatever one you please. But it is really important to know a budget, because if you're just going on eBay, and you have $20 in your wallet, obviously you're not going to really be able to buy any of these cards that I'm showing you today, besides maybe just the raw one if that's what you want to buy. But if you only have like $20, all these cards today I'm showing you, you're not going to really be able to buy. So you need to know going into eBay, what cards you want to buy, and you can learn those from like watching YouTube videos. Obviously I'm going to be putting out a couple videos on good cards to buy under $5, under $10, under $20. I'll be putting out these videos later in the future. You can learn them from Discord chats, Facebook groups, and just really educating yourself on a certain player, maybe some rookies coming up. That's how you can, set a better budget, is really knowing what player you want to go into. Because if you want to invest in someone like, here, let me get one out. If you want to invest in someone like Matisse Thybulle, who isn't, a hot star yet, you can get these cards for fairly cheap right now. I actually have a bunch stashed right now, so you can get those for fairly cheap. And if you go into it with a budget of $30 to $50, you can definitely grab a bunch of those cards. But if you want to invest in someone like KD, you need to have a higher budget. You need to know the market value of this card. This card again is like $270 to $300 for one card, when for $50 you can probably get 10 Matisse Thybulles right now. But again, I'm not sure, I haven't checked that. But a while ago I bought all these Matisse Thybulles. Let me get them all out for the show. I bought all of these Matisse Thybulles, like all of these. I think the total was like $40 or something like that. So you could definitely get a lot of cards if you know a player coming up, a little rookie coming up that could pop and have potential. You can definitely get a lot of cards and have a smaller budget for that player. The next tip that I want to talk about is you have to have a plan on what you want to do with the card. If you're just jumping in and buying the card, as long as it's not for a personal. If it's for a personal collection, for example, this Derek Jeter Topps Gallery, I just like the look of that card. Very clean, very simple, as well as an A-Rod card I picked up. So these I picked up, with a plan to hold for personal. I'm not going to sell these unless they go up in price a ton. But these I picked up for like $20 each. My plan with this was really, if I make like an office in the future to make videos in, I'll have these two cards to display. I think they're just very cool, clean. I'm a Yankees fan, so definitely two iconic Yankee players, I guess. But that's my plan with those. But you have to have a plan on what you want to do. If you want to hold it for, a year, hold it for 6 months, flip it next week, you have to have a plan. So for example, I bought these two Jeter rookie cards, both PSA 9. I understand that the population of the PSA 9, the pop report on PSA is very high for the PSA 9 of the 1993 tops, but I got good prices on them. They were cheap, and my plan with this was to sell it when he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. However, obviously it got canceled this most past summer because of the events that happened in the world, but it is rescheduled till next summer, so I'm holding them till then. If they go up in price, I'll sell. If they don't, then maybe I'll just keep, or I will sell for the amount that I paid for them, so I won't really be losing much money, because right now they went up. When I bought them, they went up about $50, and then they came back down to where they are. So worst comes to worst, I just break even, no big deal. The next cards I want to talk about my plan were these Michael Jordan cards. Now these I bought in relation with the documentary. I bought them thinking I can, sell them a little bit after and make some money. However, that's not how it went. This one just dropped. And this one I haven't really checked in a while, but again, this one I paid like $20 for it, and they're Michael Jordan cards. So I figured, maybe I'll hold them for, a long time now and see a couple of years down the road what they're sitting at, even if they're not super hyped, the Michael Jordan cards. The next one is the Kevin Durant card. My plan with this is I bought two of these actually. My one plan was to flip one of them and make my money back on both of them, and then just have one basically for free. So when I do decide to sell this one, KD gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, or if he wins another championship, basically all the money I make from that sale would be profit. I did sell the first one, but I only made like $50 in profit, not money back on both of them. But this one, again, I'm gonna plan on holding for a while until he does win another championship or makes Hall of Fame, or really anything big like that happens. And then the next one is Trae Young, two Trae Young PSA 9s. Now this is definitely a riskier plan than someone like KD, someone who has already proven themselves in the league, who already has a couple of championships under his belt, a couple of MVP final championships. But someone like, Trae Young, who hasn't yet proven himself like KD, is definitely a riskier plan. I picked these up just in relation actually with, Donovan Mitchell, someone else who hasn't really, concreted himself in the league yet. Obviously great young players, but they need to get a championship or something, and these prices will definitely go up. But my plan with this was just to buy it, see how they do. Prices have gone up since when I bought it. Obviously I bought these back in maybe April, so prices have gone up, but with the NBA offseason they are declining a little bit. But I think Trae Young is definitely a great investment, as well as Donovan Mitchell actually. So congrats to the giveaway winner. Maybe get that graded and get yourself a little profit in the future. And then the last tip is basically just going to be, you got to stay educated and updated on how, the player is doing. If you're going to go and invest in Kevin Durant, you need to know how that player is doing. Now, if Kevin Durant, let me get a Trae Young back out. If Kevin Durant has, 3 bad games in a row, his market isn't going to be affected too much. And that's because what I talked about before, he's already proven himself. He has, won a lot of, or 2 championships, and he's gotten a lot of achievements, so he's already proven himself. So 3 bad games isn't gonna make his card market shift too much. But if you get someone like, Trae Young, who has 3 horrible games in a row, it could definitely impact his card market. Again, because he is, only a 2018 rookie, only been in the in the league for a couple of years. And 3 bad games could definitely shift his card market price a lot. It can make it positive or negative. If he has 3 good games, it can go up positive. But someone like KD, again, if he has a couple of bad, not horrible, but like bad games, it won't affect it that much. But Trae Young could definitely affect it, and that's what you have to know. So if you're investing in Trae Young a lot, you have 10 cards stacked up of him, and he just starts playing poor, it may be a good thing to dump a couple of those cards in case he starts just playing poor and he goes downhill fast, because that's a risk with him. He's not proven himself yet that much, so he could definitely go downhill fast. So maybe if you have a couple invested into him, maybe dump some, but don't listen to me. But again, KD is definitely proven himself, and a couple of bad games shouldn't hurt his market that much. So you got to just stay updated with the market, stay updated on the player that you're investing in, on the trends of the market for certain cards. And really just how the sports is going, how the games is going, how they're playing is obviously the big thing. They play good, the cards are going to do good. They play bad, the cards are going to do bad. All right, well, that's it again for just the 3 basic tips. I'm going to be coming out with more videos in the future, like I said. I have actually a couple of thumbnails made for future videos. Just one is best off-season buys, so that one's going to be coming out soon. Another one is just sports card basics, where I'm just going to, if you're a complete beginner, I'm going to be going over basically like what a graded card is compared to like a raw card, and just basic stuff like that. That's why it's called sports card basics. I'm going to be going over those in those videos. And then again, I want to make those videos that I talked about earlier, you know, cards that you could pick up under $5, cards you could pick up under $20, different things like that, cards you could pick up under $100. So if you're interested in any of those videos, leave a comment down below letting me know the feedback. Again, if you aren't already, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and turn the bell notifications button on so you never miss a future video. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next video. Peace.